What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 47 of A to Z Sports Talk. I'm AJ here with my co-host Zach Harms. We got some baseball today. We got some college football. We got some NFL. It's going to be a good time. Zach, you doing good? This is your type of episode. That's what I was just telling you
Oh
off the
yeah,
air.
I am in the zone. As you and Colin would say after listening to Spittin' Chicklets, I'm buzzing.
There you go. There you go. I just realized, I don't know, people that are watching here on YouTube, it looks like I have no eyebrows.
Yeah, it does.
It's like completely gone. Um, but no, yeah. So we got some Cardinals baseball
Did like
today.
LeBron shave his eyebrows and you're like, I'd be like him.
No. You know, I went through a phase when I was a young kid where I wanted uh it wasn't because of LeBron. I don't remember who did it.
Yeah, sure.
Um it wasn't him, but I don't remember who did it. Somebody shaved. Have you seen the people that shave like the corner?
Or they shave like a line through it.
Yeah, just that one line. Looking back on it, man, that would have been a stupid thing to do.
You're one of those kids. Those are like
I
the
was
kids you like see when you're playing sports. You're just like, this kid's just gonna be annoying.
yeah, but I was also like a fat kid, so I wasn't like that trendy cool kid either. So it would not have fit well whatsoever. But no, we have some Cardinals baseball, like I said, as well as some MLB from around the league, like always, college football, which is right up Zach's alley, and then some NFL. We have our week one predictions as the season starts tonight. Man, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it starts in roughly actually like 2 hours.
It's crazy, man. So very excited for it, I should say. Um, but I guess we can start it off with our did you see it's like we always do. You want to get us
Mhm.
started?
Yeah, both my did you see it's kind of have to do with the Cardinals. Not really. Yeah, they do. My first one is one of the most iconic golfers of all time, John Daly. Do you
Yeah.
see him throw out the first
Yeah,
pitch and the flip
yeah.
flops? Probably like 10 glasses down of like rum and coke, just completely hammered, probably just throws a strike. It was awesome. John Daly's always
Yeah.
been a Cardinal fan. I know in some golf matches, because he always wears cool pants, he had like some pants with a bunch of Cardinal logos on it. That's really cool.
Is
And
he
also,
from around here?
I'd have to look it up. He's
Like
from the Midwest, I know.
like
I don't know if
like
he's
the Clem
from exactly. I'll look it up. And
because Dabo Sweeney is from here, isn't he? Isn't that why he's a Cardinals fan?
I have no idea. He kind of went to a bunch of different stadiums.
Okay.
John Daly is from California. That's where he was born.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
see where he grew up. Because as we know, you can. I was born in Texas. Didn't grow up
Yeah,
there
yeah, yeah.
though.
Yeah. Dabo's from Alabama. So I
Yeah,
just looked that
yeah.
one
Because
up.
he went to school in Alabama. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right.
Um, he was born in Carmichael, California. I guess
Any
that's.
connections to St. Louis or just
I don't know.
huh?
He did go to school in Arkansas, I think.
Okay. I see a trend there though. Alabama, Arkansas, those teams, those states that don't have MLB teams
Well,
are
back in the
awesome
day,
teams.
you could I don't know if you still can, you could get KMOX could reach all the way there if it was
Oh,
like it could reach there because it was some like the best radio station ever. Like it's
yeah.
really powerful.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
And then also my other did you see it is you're probably gonna mention it for the Cardinals, but Wayno Nyadi tied the record for most starts as a battery. And Wainwright Nyadi's first start was in 2007, April 6th. And the lineup for the Cardinals that day was David Eckstein leading off, Chris Duncan, Albert Pujols, Scott Rowland, Wilson, who I do not remember his first name,
Huh.
um, Yachty, the GOAT, Sotaguchi, and
Wow.
Adam Kennedy. Right? Yeah, Adam
Wow.
Kennedy.
Adam Kennedy, that's a throwback. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty cool watching it today. Seeing all the pictures, and we pretty much just laid an egg today like we did in game 1. But seeing all those pictures from them back in the day to now, it's pretty remarkable, man. Next Thursday against the Brewers is when they break that
Hmm.
record.
I think Corbin
So
Burns is pitching too.
he is. So that's going to be tough. Very
Hasn't been
tough.
pitching good though.
He hasn't. He really hasn't. The whole Brewers team, we're going to get into
Oh,
it in
they
a second
suck.
here. They really
They're
do.
done. They're not even going to finish over 500.
Oh no, no, no. My did you see it? And I know Zach's a big tennis guy here. Um, but
Yeah.
last night's match, we're in the semifinals here in the US Open. People that are listening to this and were on our live the other night. We were talking some tennis on there, but Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner, number 3 in the world, number 11 in the world, quite possibly had the best match of all time. And I thought that just as like I'm kind of a newbie to tennis, I guess, the last 5 years or so, but just watching it, I thought it was like the best match of all time. It was 5.5 hours long, went all 5 sets. Alcaraz at one point was hitting it. He hit it like he was on the back line and he hit it behind his back
Mm.
in return. Like just crazy stuff. So it's really hard to explain some of the shots they were making, like just through my words. So it's one of those things you just have to go check out. It's unbelievable. I think I posted a couple of
Wasn't
them.
there a match with like Djokovic and Federer that went like forever?
Yeah, I like 6 or 7, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
See, I
just
only know the top guys. I don't
yeah.
care about those guys.
Well, it's very interesting because it's kind of like every sport. You see the NBA stars that are getting older, Steph, LeBron, KD, like all those that we grew up with. It's it's the same thing in tennis. I'm trying to think of names besides Albert Pujols and Yachty and Wayno in the MLB. Miggy,
Kershaw,
Yeah, Kershaw, Baumgartner. I guess Baumgartner's still
Scherzer,
young.
Verlander,
Yeah, those type of guys. So
Miggy,
there's been 3 guys that have dominated tennis for years now, and you know all 3: Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal.
and Andy
Uh,
Murray.
and Andy Murray. There you go. But those 3 have dominated pretty much every tournament, and they're starting to like get older, to where they're still very good. They're all besides Federer, he hasn't played in a while, but they're all ranked in the top 10. Um, and these young guys, like Alcaraz last night, the guy hitting behind his back was 19 years old. The Yannick Sinner is 21 years old. So like this whole new era of players are coming in, and so they bring a little flash to tennis, which tennis I know can get boring to a lot of people. They bring this little flash
Very
to it.
boring.
But man, it was fun. It was fun. So
It's
there's a
like
couple
some
matches on
sports.
tonight.
It's very boring to watch, but when you play it, it's kind of fun.
Very, yeah, I get that. I could definitely see where people would find it boring to watch. I look at like the individual, like it's all on you, kind of like golf. Like it's
Hmm.
all on you. If you make mistakes, you can't put the blame on anybody else. It's all on you. So it's pretty intense. And the conditioning that they're in is remarkable. To go 5.5 hours with no breakage time, really, it's just pretty remarkable. But that was my did you see it? I'm up that tournament this weekend. Let's get on to some MLB. Um, the Cardinals. Last time we met with you guys was last week. They were in the middle of a series with the Cubs. They swept the Cubs. So they got through, but uh, they had a 4 game set start on Monday versus the Nationals, and didn't go as planned. Right, we were kind of rolling, then all of a sudden,
Yep.
kind of laid an egg.
Yeah, lost 6-0 to Anibal Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
The soft toss righty,
We have trouble with those. We always have. We really
like Barry
always have.
Zito. It's usually a soft toss
Yes.
lefty, but like this guy almost no hit us in like the NLCS. I was at that game.
Yes. Yeah.
It was one of the worst playoff games I've ever been to.
And the bats went MIA. Lost 6-0. Game 2 we won 4-1, but still not like a crazy offense performance.
Also,
And
that
you were
6-0
praising
game,
that.
Flaherty started and he didn't look bad.
That's right. That's right. It seems like 3 weeks ago the last time I watched, or when that happened. But in game 2, you were talking about that Ryan Helsley entrance. How it's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I think it's better than it's when it's at night, it's better than Diaz's because you turn off all the lights and it's like bright red.
Yes, I agree with that.
It's like I saw a thing that really made me laugh about it was you've watched Seinfeld a lot, and it's
For
like
sure.
the episode where the chicken place is across the street, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like a picture of whenever Kramer opens the door and it's just like red on Jerry's face, and they're like
Yep.
Helsley's entrance.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, true.
Yeah. That's very true. Um, Back to that Flaherty start though. He gotten I think he put really one or two guys on every single inning. I think they had like 6 hits, but he was hitting 96, 97, had a sharp slider. I liked what I saw from him. Went 90 pitches.
How many walk people did he walk?
I think only one, if I
Dang.
remember correctly. But I was just glad to see him go 90 pitches. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember whenever he pitched his first two starts this year, his arm angle was kind of at that 3/4, and he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't getting on top as much, which shows like his shoulder wasn't as strong. And
Mm-hmm.
so I thought he looked good. Like hitting 97 and going 90 pitches, he could have given up 3 or 4 runs, and I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I
But
agree. He looked good.
batting wise, it's just they went like we were so hot, and then we just
Yeah.
went completely cold out of nowhere. What happened game three? Game three was the comeback, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Last
down
night.
down 5-1 going into the ninth.
Oh, I went to bed. I was
Um,
pissed that uh Gallegos kept Luke Voigt hit a home run. I'm like, okay.
yes, yes. I do have a question for you though. How do you feel? I mean, Gorman's obviously been all or nothing. He had a really good game two with the homer and the
Oh yeah, he
double.
should have made that defensive play. I kind of forgot about
One
that.
100% should have made that play. Yeah. So how do you feel about him down the line? I mean, it's a hard thing because you want to try to get him at bats, but
You
I don't
gotta
know.
only really give him DH at bats or like
I
pinch hitting
agree.
at bats.
I agree. I
You
saw
can't play
Donovan make a
defense.
couple. Donovan made a couple really smooth plays today, and he
Hmm.
plays so well pretty much everywhere he's at.
Yeah.
No, not like Gold Glove anywhere, but solid.
Hmm.
So I'm really shocked, and I don't disagree with a lot of things Ollie does, but I'm pretty shocked that he's not playing second because we've had Donovan at the DH spot and Gorman at
Yeah.
second. I don't get that.
Doesn't make sense.
No.
Also, like Gorman for sure is like way better hitter. Like he hit a double and he hit a home run the other night too, right? Was it last night?
It was game two,
Yeah.
the 4-1
So
win.
he's hitting like good. So just put him at the DH. I'd
Mhm.
even yeah put Donovan out there or even like I'm fine sacrificing DeYoung, bat him like ninth because he plays really solid shortstop, and
Yep.
then Edmonds at second. But
Yep.
or at least like uh sub him out at the end of the game or something.
Exactly. So yeah, that comeback though, it started with Brendan Donovan, who I'll say what I was gonna say about him actually. But Brendan Donovan started that inning, got a base hit. It bounced off the third baseman's face. Which I have no idea. It bounced off the ground and like ricocheted off the edge of the grass, I guess,
Yeah.
and drilled him in the cheek. It's Cesar Hernandez. He popped up like nothing happened.
Hmm.
I was like, oh shoot. I even yelled out like, oh, because I thought he was like really hurt and he just bounced up fine, which is crazy.
Well,
But
bouncing up it shouldn't hurt that bad to Spurs.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, exactly.
AJ's a little soft, like LeBron.
Here you go. But no, Goldie walked, I believe, and then
Yes.
Nato doubled. Dickerson grounded out for an RBI. O'Neill struck out. O'Neill's been really struggling.
Mhm.
Um, what did Gorman? Gorman walked, I believe. I think. I think Gorman walked then. And then Yachty came up, who's been really heating up.
Got a
He
hit.
got a base hit. Then Tommy won it.
Yachty
So
drove someone in,
yes, he drove in.
probably Goldie.
Yes, Goldie or Nato. It was one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arenado. Yeah.
yeah. But no, Yachty's been heating up, man. He had 2 homers in today's game, one in Big Mac land, like just completely turned on that thing. He's red hot though, red
That's
hot.
he's like doubled his home run total in
I
the
know,
game.
I know. Yeah, I tweeted that for us today. Yeah, he's
Vintage Yachty.
doubled it in one game. What I was going to say about Donovan though, today we lose 11-4.
Mhm.
Was really close until the end. The one bright spot though, Brendan Donovan, on base all 5 times at the top of the order. So I
I
don't know.
think he's got to be our leadoff hitter.
He's
He's
got to
has a
be.
400 on base, hitting
Yes.
300.
And I don't know if you've noticed, it's kind of gone under the radar a little bit. Nootbaar's 0 for his last 9.
19.
Yeah, it's rough. Rough
It's not
stretch he's
good.
in. Nato's 4 for his last 25. We're just getting guys cold, like all at once, which is not great. Goldie's come down a little bit, obviously from what he's been, which is
Hmm.
remarkable. But I don't worry too much. We got the Pirates for 3 next, so yeah, I'm not
That's
too worried.
that right there. The Pirates for 3 could be just have Pujols start every game.
He was 0 for 5 today against the righties, but I still like his potential over
Oh, I don't care about his
whoever
potential.
else.
I just want him to hit home runs.
Yeah, he's 5 away,
I would
man.
literally tell him, Albert, I don't care if you get on base. I just want you to swing for
Just
the
swing for
fences.
it. Yeah.
Unless we're down
Yeah.
by a lot or something.
Yeah. Oh, last time he was there, I believe he hit 2 homers in that one game.
Yeah.
Um, maybe
One
he's
was
been
against
there
a
since
position
then.
player.
We're not. We don't care. Yeah, we don't care about that. And then Alec Burleson made his debut today. Cardinals. I think I tweeted he's our number 3 prospect, but I think he's actually number 4. So I apologize for that
Thought he was number
mistake.
5.
He might be number 5. Who knows? It's what 3, 4, 5.
Walker, Wynn,
Libby's probably in there, right?
Libertor, even though he's to me
He's been.
bust.
Yeah.
I'm already putting that on. He's gonna be like who's a good comparison? Austin Gomber
Okay. Okay. That's a good comparison.
just gets
Lefties.
nuked every time he pitches.
Yeah.
Um, I
Team
swear,
Kent's is like 10th or something like
yeah,
that, which
he's
is kind of
not. He as his season finished and he had like 81 strikeouts in 54 innings, which is
I know.
ridiculous.
Electric stuff. Yeah, electric stuff. Are you gonna pull up that prospect list? Because I'm
Yeah,
curious. Because I couldn't. I could have sworn Burleson was number 3, but on the broadcast they said he was number 4 today. So
it's 5. They're both wrong. I knew I was right.
who's 3 and 4?
Uh, Grisefo's 3, Libertor's
Oh,
4. Teen Kids Hens is 6. Ivan Herrera 7th. Connor Herpy is 8th.
yeah.
Michael McGreevy 9th. Jonathan Mejia 10th. Joshua Baez 11th. He'll go up.
Wait, hold up. Walker's first, but who's second?
Mason Wynn.
Oh, I thought you said Win as at 3. Who was 3? Grisefo?
Grisefo.
Okay.
And
Dang,
then number
Grisefo's really
30th,
climbed.
Moses Gomez, which is very
Dude's
surprising.
never gonna get a chance here, is he?
Nope.
Like that. I bet he's packaged in a deal. But he's
Oh,
having
yeah.
having a tremendous season. I
Juan
feel
Bin
bad.
Cho. We got some good prospects now. I'm looking through
We
this.
do, man. We do. You know who I feel bad for? Juan
Who?
Yepes. Juan
Yeah, I
Yepes
was thinking that
didn't
same thing.
get
I was like, why is he not coming back up?
No, I don't
But
know.
like you
I
got
mean,
Pujols, he hits like right-handed hitter.
mhm,
They might as well see if Burleson can hit.
yeah.
Been
The thing
amazing.
is, the only reason Ben DeLuzio is up right now, he's a better defender and he's faster.
No, I
Um,
want him to stay up. He's gonna be. I saw
DeLuzio.
a tweet. Uh it was like some guy's like MLB do September call-ups where you can call up like the entire 40-man roster or yeah,
Yeah.
40-man roster. So we can have the pinch runner specialist like Adron Chambers,
Oh,
who was
my goodness. Yeah.
GOAT.
Yes. Yes. No, he had his first major league hit today. Burleson was 0 for 4. I think we have the third most debuts this year.
Oh, we
And
have a
we
lot.
and the top 5, all the other 4 are like the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive what we're doing here. But like I said, a 3-game set versus the Pirates. Then we got the Brewers in town, and then the Reds after
Cincinnati.
that. I will before we move on to some more baseball here. Dakota Hudson was sent down to the minors, as we know. 7 2/3 innings. I think no
I saw
runs.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He pitched
So,
no, he pitched 8 2/3.
was it 8? So somebody commented 8 2/3 in our live, and I
Yeah.
could have sworn it was 7. Was it 8? Was he 1 out away from a complete
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Wow. That's good to see. That's good to see.
Yeah.
I I
Except
I, I don't know
I
if I
guess he
told
just can't
you.
pitch against major league guys.
I don't know if I told you or if it was somebody on that TikTok live that it's his first year back from a Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right. Like
Hmm.
somebody asked me who I think our top who our 5 starters will be next year, and I want to hear your input as well. I go Flaherty, Wayno. I think Wayno will be coming back.
Hmm.
Michaelis, um, Montgomery, and Hudson, and then I bet Quintana will probably be gone.
Yeah, he'll be. So wait. Did you say Flaherty?
Yes,
Okay, I was like, hold up a second.
yeah, Flaherty, Wayno, Michaelis, Monty, and Hudson.
I like it.
I
What
like
about
it too.
Alex Reyes?
Oh man, he's such a I like him in the bullpen.
I literally have been waiting for so long for him just to be healthy. Like every
I
time,
know.
like, oh, baby, he's
I
coming back.
know. I know. I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Heck,
I
he
don't
could
know
be
if
like super good in the bullpen again. He's
he
electric.
really could. And remember he was so electric, but he got like overused by. I love Schultz. Don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
he overused Gallegos and Hennesis and Reyes a lot.
Yeah, that's all he did was pitch him.
To burn him out. So, and we've seen how good Helsley's been with
Yeah,
lesser innings. So, um, but yeah, again, 3 game set versus the Pirates next. But around the league, I have
baseball.
four MLB records to watch for down the stretch here, Zach. This is getting good. Number
Mm.
one, of course, Albert Pujols, 5 homers away from 700. The
We
second
don't have a
one,
lot of games left. He's got to get swinging.
it's like 26 games, I think, or 25. Yeah.
I hope Kershaw pitches when we play the Dodgers because adios. I think Kershaw's hurt though.
Yeah, he's still banged up. Aaron Judge, 55 homers now. He's 5 away from 60 plus. I think the AL record 61 by Roger Maris, if I remember
He literally
correctly.
has 20 more than 19 more than Schwarber in the National League.
It's unbelievable. And we can say the whole Yankee Stadium thing. The dude's just hitting bombs though everywhere he goes,
Hmm.
having a tremendous season. A couple other ones that are kind of going under the radar in my opinion, but are pretty phenomenal. I'll start with Framber Valdez, lefty for the Houston Astros. 23 consecutive quality starts, so 6 innings, 3 or fewer runs. The record is at 24 straight. Jacob DeGrom in 2018. So he's two
Dang.
starts away. No, nobody's talking about it though. DeGrom was like dominant with it though. Valdez
Yeah.
is like a ground ball type of guy.
Hmm.
Um, and then the last record I wanted to tell you guys and you, Zach, about it. Zach Gallen, former Cardinal. I
Hmm.
made a video on our TikTok about it. Did pretty well. Um, 41 and a third scoreless innings in a row here.
That's crazy.
18 away from Oral Hershiser's record. I think he has to face the Rockies and then the Dodgers next, and it's 18 innings, so it's going to be tough to do it. I think he's
Hmm.
in Colorado too, so it's going to be really tough to do
Yeah.
it. But that's remarkable. Like
Yeah, that's
41
crazy.
and a third scoreless. Like he's making a case for a Cy Young. I don't think he'll get it, but Sandy's had a couple rough starts lately,
Hmm.
and so there's some guys like Gonsolin's hurt right now. It's gonna be close.
Okay. I think it was on CBS, like one of their, um, who would you vote for Cy Young? Everyone was picking Sandy for National League. But everyone picked Sandy except this one guy who picked. I'm trying to find his. If he's even on the ER. I want you to guess who he picked because I don't think you will.
I was gonna guess Gonsolin. Was it not Gonsolin?
No,
Huh.
I saw this and I'm like, this guy shouldn't even be a reporter anymore. He's an idiot.
So it's not like a Corbin Burns or
Let
a
me let me read off his stats and see if you can get it.
okay.
He's pitched 177 innings. He has 9 wins, 11 losses, a 3.35 ERA, and 200 strikeouts and 24 walks.
So it's an innings guy, 9-11. Is it a Philly? Is it Nola?
How the
Or
hell
we
did you guess that?
I knew the 9-11. I saw he got a lot of losses. Like he pitched like yesterday.
9/11 is very rememberable.
There you go. I
Just in
knew
case.
I knew you were gonna do the finger to the sky. That's hilarious.
Yeah, what he
But yeah,
said Aaron Nola. I'm like, okay, shut the hell up.
yeah, out of all the guys, I
Out of
mean,
everyone, yeah,
yeah,
Aaron Nola.
I get the innings. It's a lot and good strikeouts, but record's awful. ERA's awful. What's his whip? Do you have the whip pulled up?
It was like 0.9.
Yeah, that's a pretty good whip.
So it's actually
But
pretty good.
still, yeah, but still,
I
I
was
still,
listening
I
to
would,
the Just Baseball show, and they were saying that Urias is
yeah.
literally better than
Oh,
Sandy than like in like every statistical
yeah.
category
I forgot
except
about
like
him.
innings and wins. Or no, and
Yes.
he's leading in wins because he pitches for the Dodgers.
Yeah. I
I could
forgot about
pitch for the
him.
Dodgers and get 20 wins.
There you go. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, I think Urias has a really good shot. I forgot about him. But Zach Gallen's ERA, I don't have it pulled up. I think it's like at 2.4 now. And he's
We'll
like,
look on the we'll look on the leaderboards.
yeah, and I think he's like 11-3. So
11. Oh my God. Stop moving around. 11-2, 2.42
man,
ERA,
that's good.
152 strikeouts, 152 innings pitched. Yeah,
How's,
pretty good for playing on Arizona.
how's that whip? Isn't it like point eight?
0.92.
There you go, man. I don't know. Keep an eye on Zach Gallen. Watch Sandy and Zach Gallen finish in the top three in Cy Young.
Yeah.
And
Who
did
did
you
we
see
give up
Marth?
Zach Gallen for? Was it with Mar Ozuna too?
Yeah, it was in that deal. I know. I know.
At the
I
time, it
know.
seemed good.
I know. I agree. That's what I keep telling people. At the time, it seemed good. And
Well, did they
speaking of
have Matthew
Ozuna,
Liberatore? No.
yeah. Speaking of Ozuna, he's back with the Braves. I saw,
Really?
but after all that happened, so that kind of surprised me. I don't know
Nice.
how that all happened, but anything else baseball wise before some college football here? Anything off the top of your head?
Um, uh, the White Sox are still in the AL Central somehow.
It's crazy. It's
They could
crazy.
literally win it. They're only 2 games back.
That's wild, man. That's
What
wild.
else? Oh, Atlanta's like gonna steal it away from the Mets. I
Oh,
think they're half
yeah.
game back because I think the Mets may have won today.
Yes.
Milwaukee, you're you're bad. Um, Also like San Diego's really not playing that good either. I
mm-hmm.
don't think,
That's who we'll have to play first.
and
So
I am thrilled to play them.
same. The only thing is, I'm for the first time in my life, I'm cheering for the Mets to win that division
Hmm.
because if they lose, we have to play the Braves in the NLDS.
Yeah,
And I don't want to mess with the Braves over the Mets. Like
really.
There's something about this Braves team. I know the Mets have the Scherzer and DeGrom and Chris Bassett and some good offensive players, obviously. But this Braves team is different. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd take the Braves because I wouldn't want to face
Really?
Scherzer or DeGrom. That's two
Mm-hmm.
losses right there.
That's facts. Yeah.
The Braves, um, one we beat him in a series. Strider will probably get us number. Max Fried, we're gonna murder because we destroy lefties. I have
That's
faith.
true. That's
And
true.
then I can't name another starter on their team.
Charlie Morton, probably.
Yeah, easy dub. Or Dorizzi.
Yeah.
We beat
Odorizzi.
him.
Yeah.
Those are the two guys we beat.
Yeah. That's true. Very true. It's just pitching for us, man. I have faith
Mhm.
in our offense going to turn it around. Can we get contribution? I mean, Monty was unbelievable
Now I'm
last night
scared about our
again.
bullpen.
I know. I know. I don't know. It's just got to click at the right time. We
Why
got a
can't we
month
just be
here.
good? Why can't you just pitch good?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
um, but let's transition to some college football here. We had some pretty phenomenal week one games here. So we're going to break down some of our favorite games from week one, favorite moments from week one, and then we're going to talk a little week two action. So what stood out to you about week one besides your Clemson Tigers getting the dub
Oh,
over
you want
Georgia
me to
Tech?
list off everything I wrote down, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13 little bullet points.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
A lot, Kane. What's happening?
Oh, what for sure. For sure.
All right, I'll just go through them. You can add whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll add every once in a while.
So when we were doing our last episode, it was during the Pitt versus West Virginia game,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Yeah, and so we obviously weren't recording when it was over because it got over late. But that game was crazy. I just remember, um, I was sitting on my couch watching it, and then I was getting late, and then I laid down, put a little blanket on me, then I fell asleep. And West Virginia was in the lead. They're up by a touchdown. They were looking good. JT Daniels was looking
Mm-hmm.
really good. Um, then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and Pitt won the game, and I was like, "Hold up, what?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Okay, whatever." I went to bed. I woke up, and then I saw what happened when West Virginia and Pitt were tied, and JT Daniels threw a very accurate
Yeah.
ball that would have hit the guy directly in the chest if he did not try to catch it, and
Yeah.
tipped off his hands in return for a touchdown. That was
Yeah.
wild. The
Yes.
backyard brawl, that game, what that game is called, needs to be every single year.
Hey, I told you I'm getting better. This is a tremendous time to start to watch some college football more than I ever have before. So I
Yeah,
watched that entire game. And it's funny because when we were filming, it was in the first quarter. And I think you even said, man, this game is kind of boring because
yeah,
nothing was happening. And then it all just exploded out of
yeah.
nowhere. Yeah, for sure.
I still don't think Pitt looked that great. I don't think Kevin Keaton Slovis is that good.
You think they're top 25 worthy? They're at 17.
We'll see after this week. I think they're gonna
Yeah.
get beat this week. Um,
Ooh.
like yeah, they will.
I think so too.
Uh, Mizzou won. Gotta
Mhm.
throw out Mizzou. Luther Burden, the freshman, 2 touchdowns. At
Mhm.
first, a little shaky as we did not look good at first.
No,
They
yeah,
Louisiana
for
Tech
sure.
scored, but yeah, good to see Mizzou win a game, start off the season right. And then another, I think this game was Thursday or Friday. Penn State barely beat Purdue. I know Penn State isn't ranked, but everyone's like going psycho about Penn State like they always do because they're like, oh, Penn State, and they love them.
Hmm.
I really wanted Purdue to win, but Penn State won like right at the end with like 10 seconds left. Sean Clifford, who everyone thinks is like Jesus Christ,
He was
who
their
I think
quarterback
is,
last year, right?
yeah, I don't think he's that good. They're
Yeah.
all like, oh, a healthy Sean Clifford. They could be in the college football playoff. I'm like, okay, pump the brakes there, buddy.
Mhm.
But Purdue's quarterback, I don't know his name. He is a stud. I don't know if he probably won't get, I don't know if he'll get drafted probably in like the 7th round. I don't even know what year he is, but he just throws for like 400 yards every single game, which is cool,
Hmm.
especially in college. Um, and then I think this game was on Saturday or Friday. Don't remember. Old Dominion upset Virginia Tech. I know Virginia Tech isn't ranked, but it's Old Dominion,
Yeah.
and they beat them 20-17. So
Yeah.
Virginia Tech down bad. And then Ohio State took care of business against Notre Dame.
That was
Notre
closer than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, Notre Dame was smart, and they're basically playing to not get blown out. So they just
Yep.
tried to control the clock, but the
Hmm.
better team came out with the victory.
Agreed. Yep.
Um, a big takeaway I got from this is Georgia is really, really good, and Stetson Bennett must have like
Holy cow, dude.
injected himself with I'm actually a 5-star recruit.
Well, honestly, I mean, you called it kind of. I mean, you didn't call 49-3, but you called either a blowout by Georgia, or I think you said a blowout by Georgia or a win by Oregon or something like that.
Or like
No in
close or
between.
close. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
That,
figured the Pac-12 just yeah, they're not good.
that was
That
domination.
goes with my next point. Anthony Richardson was looking very good, leading Florida to victory, and
Unbelievable.
I knew that was going to happen. They can't handle the heat.
You called it. Yeah.
And Utah, that guy throwing a pick right at the end of the game. That'd feel
Yes.
heartbreaking, but sorry, make a better throw.
Did you see the play by Richardson?
Yeah, where he
That
pump
like,
faked.
yeah,
I
and
don't
he
know if
like
he was
spun
really
out.
trying to pump fake. I think he was
Hmm.
like throwing. He was like, "Oh crap, that guy's
Yeah.
covered."
Yeah. No, and they're up to they weren't ranked, right? And
Yeah,
now
they
they're
went all the way up to
12th.
12, which I think's a
That's
little.
that's wild.
I think that's a little
That's,
too high right off the bat.
yeah,
But
I agree.
we'll see this week again. They play a good team.
Massive game this week. Yeah.
Um, NC
Speaking of
State.
Big
What
Speaking of Big 12 real quick, did you see Washington at all? I watched the Washington
did you
game.
just
They
say?
played Kent. What?
You don't even know
What?
what conference they're in.
I said
You just
Pac-12.
you said Big 12.
Oh, did I? I meant
Yeah.
Pac-12 because we were talking Pac-12. But no, they we don't have to talk much about them. They played Kent State. The one thing I took away from that though is two things. First, they have a lot of like island guys,
Yeah,
like
all those like
from
Oregon, they always have those island
yeah,
guys.
from the coast. Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. And then
Like
Michael
Vita
Penix
Vey went
Jr.
to Washington.
I saw a video on him actually recently about that. But Michael Penix Jr. made his
Hmm.
debut there. At Indiana, he was more like just a running first type of
No,
guy.
he threw a lot. He threw for a bunch of yards.
I always thought he was like a run first guy at
He had
Indiana
some like 400 passing yard games where he just like sling it to one of their good receivers. I think
because
that Whopper guy.
he looked good. He looked really good. 4 touchdowns. I think he threw for over 300.
Yeah, he's
I know
good.
it's Kent. I know it's Kent State and their defense. Their offense was like one of the fastest pace last year, and
Yeah.
so I was like, they're probably going to keep up just scoring points. There's something about those late night games though. I know it's Pac-12 football. It's not the
Pac-12 at
best.
night.
There's
Pac-12 after
some,
dark.
yeah, it's fun, man. There's something fun about that. Continue with your takeaways here.
Um, my next is NC State looking fraudulent. After East Carolina University basically gave them a gift after missing a late field goal and extra point. But I'm honestly happy NC State won because then they'll be ranked higher when we play them in October, which I think I'm going to go to that game at Clemson.
Mhm.
And then Arkansas won a big game against Cincinnati, which was closer than I thought. I thought Cincinnati was going to have no chance at even winning, but Arkansas won, and KJ Jefferson is very good. He's just a tank. He ran the
Mhm.
ball like 18 times for like 60 yards, but like it keeps him honest, and he threw for a pretty good completion percentage and
Yeah.
uh had a couple touchdowns.
So is Cincy, did they fall out of the top 25 then?
I'm assuming so. I think so.
I think so too. Yeah, they had to have because Tennessee's 24 and Houston's 25. So they
Yeah,
had to have. But yeah, that surprised me. 7 point loss, 31-24. I thought it was going to be
yeah, I did
more of an
too.
Arkansas blowout.
Um, my next is probably the best game that happened on Saturday, and to me, the best definition of football, and that was Iowa versus South Dakota State, and it was Iowa won 7-3, and that
Wow.
was probably the coolest game I've ever seen all year. Literally two safeties by Iowa. Where's the stats? Because their quarterback for Iowa is literally god awful.
They had two safeties and a field goal.
Yep.
Holy cow, that's wild.
And I'm pretty sure that same night the Cardinals score was 8-4. So yeah.
Wow. That's
Oh
unbelievable.
my God, where they? Yeah, it was it literally looks like a baseball stat line. Like they only played 4 innings. Like the first inning, Iowa scored 3 runs. South Dakota State scored 3 in the second. Then Iowa scored 2 in the third and fourth.
That's unreal.
Yeah, Iowa's quarterback was 11 for 25, 109 yards and an interception. So
Ooh.
you're an Iowa fan. You are pumped
Yeah.
because you got yourself a stud.
Well, they were defensive minded last year too, weren't they?
Oh
I
yeah,
thought they
they
were.
always are.
Yeah.
They've never
So
had a good quarterback, and except I forgot his name. He wore like number 12 a while ago. They had a good solid quarterback, but
they
they
always got
always
the tight ends. We talked
yeah,
about that before.
and they always just run the living crap out of the ball. It's Big Ten,
Hmm.
baby.
Yeah.
And then my hero, Chase Bryce from App State, almost pulling the upset against North Carolina. Let me find that stat to find it. I'm on ESPN and I put like all FBS so you can like see all the games.
Yeah.
But Chase
Yeah.
Bryce, no one knows. Clemson people know he was the backup quarterback my freshman year when we won the national title, and I think that next year, either that next year or he transferred, but he literally saved our season because Trevor Lawrence got hurt against Syracuse, and he made a 4th and 15 pass to T. Higgins to get the first down, and the goat. Um, but this game was 63-61. App State scored 40 points in the fourth quarter to come back, and they right at the end they went for a 2-point conversion to tie it, and the guy was open. It just like hit off his fingertips and he dropped it.
Yeah.
But
I did see that.
this was like a ridiculous like just offensive performance. Obviously, North Carolina's quarterback Drake May, you're like, oh, they're gonna have a fall off after Sam Howell. No, those are 352 yards, 4 touchdowns. Then the goat Chase Bryce is like, hold my beer, I'm going to throw for 361 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So ridiculous
Insane. Yeah.
football. And then I got a couple more, two
Yeah, go for
more.
it. Yeah.
Uh, this was just awesome when Florida State beat LSU.
Yes.
LSU comes back at the end, has that like 95-yard drive. They score. LSU's like pumped. They're like, yeah, we're back. And then their kicker makes extra point and they lose. So funny.
Yes. Yes, I
Literally
agree.
cracked me up. And then also more tied to that, Brian Kelly the other day was calling out a reporter because they came in late. He's like, "Oh, you got to pay $10 because you came in late." And the reporter's like, "Maybe if you win, I'll be on time." Just awesome response.
I
And I hope
know.
Brian Kelly sucks and has a miserable time and I know they're already like saying fire Brian already because it's
Yeah.
LSU's. Like the Notre Dame people weren't that mean.
Yeah. That's
They're
wild.
like, come ride in my Rolls Royce, but and then end off with Clemson, the last game of the whole weekend. We took care of business. Hated that we played on a Monday night on Labor Day, which
Yeah.
Clemson, we don't even get off Labor Day, so like no students could really go unless they're just like screw it, skip classes, which last year I probably would have. Um, our defense, I don't even know if you watched it, but our defensive
I did.
line is the best in the country.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you
It
can
was
call, say
dominant.
any team like they could be good, but literally like there could be like 6, 7 draft picks.
Yeah.
Those 7 guys playing in the NFL. What the heck is playing? All right. The ESPN app just has stupid videos hooked on the things that just
Yeah.
start
They
playing.
they pop up all the time.
But
Your offense though turned it on in the second half because it
yes.
was getting it was kind of close there for a while.
Yeah, I was watching it and I've never really enjoyed watching a team on defense because I always get really nervous. But holy Toledo, it was so fun to watch them
Hmm.
just murder Georgia Tech, who they do have an athletic quarterback, Jeff Sims.
He was
But
he impressed me,
yeah, he's
dude.
pretty
He
good.
elusive. Yeah.
I gotta get some water to finish out. So DJ at first, he did not look good at all, but he got comfortable after the first quarter and he made some good throws that he really didn't make last year. And some wide receivers dropped some good throws. He threw two. He threw a really good one to uh, Bo Collins. He did like a corner route and it was like laid in there perfectly and he dropped it. But
Hmm.
that was good to see. But also, Cade came in like garbage time and had his first drive of his collegiate career and took him down and scored a touchdown. And he looked like really good. Threw for
Yeah.
like 50 yards in one drive, which DJ
Yeah.
had 200 in the whole game. So we'll see. I still think there's a quarterback battle going on there. Um, but I like DJ, but like I want to win.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys got Furman this week, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a very close game. Probably watch like the first half, maybe.
Yeah.
So on ACC
Yep.
Network, 3:30 Eastern.
And Washington's got Portland State, and then what's Notre Dame got? I
They
didn't
got
see. Do you
some
know?
solid,
Some
like some team that's like,
blowout.
yeah.
Okay.
But AJ probably doesn't know this. Only Clemson people, but we got a new scoreboard at Clemson, and it is gigantic.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and I'm
Right
kind of
on.
excited to see it. I know I probably won't see it because I'll be like watching it on TV. But like, so like we have the hill where they run down.
Hmm.
So that old scoreboard was probably like, if like my like the screen is the hill.
Okay.
The
Gotcha.
old scoreboard is probably like this.
Okay.
The new scoreboard's like the size of the hill and like just it like this. It's gigantic.
Gotcha. Right
Very
on.
excited for that.
You know, big scoreboards. You saying that reminds me. I didn't really. I mean, I'm not going to get in detail about it, but my trip to Colorado went going to Coors Field. That's probably the best scoreboard I've seen. You've been there, right?
Yeah.
It's a big scoreboard. We went like
Better
directly
than
under it.
Kansas City's. Kansas City's is huge.
Kansas City's that huge, but it's like that vertical one. I like
Yeah.
the horizontal look of Coors, and I like how you can just walk directly under it. I think that's kind of cool. But back to college football. Week 2 games to watch for. I put down a couple here.
I made another list.
Yeah, Alabama, Texas. I keep an eye
Yep.
on it. I think Alabama wins that, but
I think that's
keep an
another
eye on
game
that.
where like it could easily be an absolute
Slaughter
yes.
fest. Yeah.
The Longhorns are getting shipped to the slaughterhouse.
There you go.
I do like
I have
Texas, so go Texas.
Wake Forest, Vandy on my list as well. I think that's one to keep an eye on.
I
Vandy's been
put that
playing pretty
down
well.
because and you may have mentioned this, but Sam Hartman has been cleared to play, and he was diagnosed with Paget Schroeder syndrome,
Dang.
which it's a blood clot often associated with repeated strenuous activity. So he got that removed, and now he's good to play. So Wake Forest is going to be good.
That's one of my 3 upsets this week. I have Vandy winning that one.
You have Vandy winning that one?
Yeah, I do. I have Vandy
Yeah,
winning that one.
Wake Forest is going to like murder them.
Okay. All right. Another one. Actually, I have 4 upsets because I agree with you. Tennessee versus Pitt, 24.
I don't even think that's an
Tennessee,
upset. I
17
think
Pitt.
Tennessee's just better. Like
Yeah,
they
I
shouldn't be
guess
ranked that high.
that's true. I guess so. Yeah. Number 20 Kentucky at number 12 Florida. I think that's must watch right there. Saturday night,
Yeah,
6
that
p.m.
could be
Central.
upset alert. Will
I think it's on
Levis,
ESPN.
yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, Eastern.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep an eye on that. That's going to be very interesting.
It is played at
Um,
Florida though. Home field advantage.
Very true. Very true. Um, Number 10 USC at Stanford Saturday night,
Mm,
6:30. Upset alert. I have
yeah,
Stanford knocking them off. Did you see it?
Stanford. No, I didn't even see that game when I was looking at them.
Okay.
But yeah, Stanford. Oh, is it at Stanford?
It's at Stanford. It's tough there. It's tough
Yeah,
there.
they always
Yeah.
they always play like crap until they play a good team.
Yeah, exactly. Number 9 Baylor at number 21 BYU. I still got Baylor on the road there, but I think it's
Yeah,
going to be a good game.
the game's on at
It's
like
the night.
10:30 Eastern.
Yeah,
I'll look
it's
at
the
the
night
score when
one.
I wake up the next
I
morning.
got you.
When I'm
That
getting
was
prepped at 8 a.m., getting my couch all comfy to watch Red Zone for 7 hours.
I'm so sad, dude. I work 10 to 4 Saturday and Sunday. Can you get worse than that? Like, I'll get to see all the nighttime stuff, but still,
Yeah,
that blows.
that
I did have
sucks.
one other upset. I have Texas Tech beating Houston
Yeah.
at Texas Tech. Not a
Uh,
crazy upset or anything, but
I put some other games that you didn't mention.
Mhm.
Mizzou versus K State. I think that's a big game for Mizzou. Beat K
Mhm.
State, who has
Is it here?
I thought it was at K State, maybe.
Might be.
Okay, where are you, Mizzou? There's so many games when you just put FBS as the filter instead of top.
It's tough. Yeah. Yep.
Jesus. Well, one of
I'm
my other games, I'll just say it whenever I'm scrolling because I just saw it. Arkansas versus
uh
South Carolina. I hate South Carolina. I think they're going to lose, but it's another good test to see. It's played in Arkansas, so yeah, never mind. I don't know if that's a game I'd watch personally
mhm.
because
Yeah.
I think Arkansas is going to take it to them. But Spencer Rattler played okay his first game, 23 for 37, 227 yards, touchdown. Honestly, that's not that great.
Nothing crazy. Yeah.
It is in the Little Big Apple, Manhattan, Kansas.
Gotcha. Okay.
What's the spread? Kansas State -7.5. I think Mizzou can win it. I think Mizzou can win it. Throw over
Yeah.
to Luther Burden. That's all I gotta say.
Feed it to him. Yeah. You got any other college football games?
Uh, oh yeah. Iowa versus Iowa State, Battle
Rivalry
of
going down
Iowa.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Texas A&M plays App State. Texas A&M will probably beat them, but the GOAT Chase Bryce is on App State, and they can put up some points. So
Is it at App State?
no, no,
Oh, okay.
SEC will
Oh,
never play at us
that's true.
at
That's very true.
Texas A&M going to App State or playing in their
Yeah.
100,000 capacity stadium.
That's true. That's a stupid question. Yes.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
very dumb question.
Anything else college football that you can think of? We
No, I'm
covered quite a
excited
bit.
for this Tennessee and Pitt, Florida, Kentucky game because when I was starting to look at the games, wasn't seeing that much. And I know the Clemson Furman game is probably gonna be really close, but I need more than just that game.
Uh-huh.
But I think
Yeah.
Tennessee Pitt's in the afternoon, and then Florida Kentucky's on at night.
Yeah.
And then I'm not watching BYU play Baylor. I think Baylor's gonna win that.
I like the nighttime ones, man. I stay up late a lot, so
Oh,
I'm
I
excited
can't
for
do
that.
it.
I'm excited for that Baylor BYU one. I think it's gonna be and I'm gonna be off work, so that's gonna be the one I look forward to. So let's continue with some football here. NFL fans were week 1 starts in what, like an hour
Football
here?
hour and 20 minutes
Bills Rams.
on NBC.
I wrote down 3 games to watch for this weekend, and then I want us to go over our week 1 predictions, and then we can kind of keep track of records throughout the season and see which one of us does better here.
Probably
My
me.
3 games. There's a lot of good games, honestly. I left off like the Packers Vikings. I think that's going to be a good one. I'll get into that when we make our prediction.
Mm.
But Patriots Dolphins. I think that's a really big one to watch. And
Oh,
Tyreek and the new.
I just want to watch Tyreek run with those uniforms on.
I know.
I
Yeah.
want him to have like the orange socks or the orange white. Oh,
Yeah. The NFC West gets it rolling. Raiders and Chargers. That's going to be one I'm tuning into. Justin Herbert's my quarterback on fantasy, so got to keep an eye on that.
wait, what's that game?
Um, What's that?
Oh, Chargers Raiders. Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's how the season ended last year. Remember they were like, should we both
Yes. I
make the
wanted the
playoffs?
tie
That whole
so
thing.
bad.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Also, the vet. No, continue. Sorry.
my third game to watch. You'll be happy with it. Buccaneers Cowboys Sunday Night Football.
Damn right.
So that's my three games to keep an eye on this weekend.
Boys are back.
Yep, there you go.
Um. Oh God dang! I forgot what I was gonna say. No, okay, I remember. The best part about like these first weeks is there's no bye. So when you watch Red Zone,
Oh, it's
there's 8
everywhere.
games in the first slot and then a ton in the second. So it's not like in the end of the year when there's a bunch in the first slot and then there's 3 in the second. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's kind of lame.
yep.
But Scott Hansen, I can't
He's
wait to hear
back.
your voice. I can't wait to hear
Uh,
your soothing voice.
do you want to give our predictions here?
Yeah, sure.
Let's get it going. I'm just going off. You guys have roasted me for what order I do these games before. I'm just
What do
going
you
off what
want?
ESPN.
Ugh,
What do you want me to go on?
I don't care.
Okay, so let's start Bills Rams.
Okay, if
I
you
ha-
didn't start with that,
yeah, I have the Bills. I have the Bills tonight. You?
I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay, right on.
The Super Bowl hangover. It's been like 200 some days, but it still is
Yeah.
affecting them. Honestly, it could
Also,
it could go either way.
I completely agree. I don't want. I mean, we don't have to do like score predictions because that's kind of tough. If I was to give one,
We're
27-24
we're
Bills.
not gonna do one, but if I was 27-2.
Yeah. I would have 27-24 Bills though. I think it's gonna be a 3-point game.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna go Bills. I was thinking Rams because it was played at in California, but then I forgot it's basically a home game for the Bills because no one shows up.
Yep.
Cronky, go die.
So we're both rolling with the Bills there.
Yep.
Let's get it going on Sunday here. Saints Falcons. I'm gonna go Saints in that one. I think the
Oh,
Falcons are one
Saints,
of the
without a
worst
doubt.
teams
Yeah.
in football.
I'm
Um,
excited to see Marcus Mariota though.
I'm excited to see Jameis Winston back as well.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Thomas
James.
should be good for week one. He's
Yeah.
questionable right now,
See some of
so
those rookies too. Drake London may play
Chris
Chris
Olave.
Olave, but he's listed like as their 5th receiver on the depth chart. But
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. 49ers Bears. I got the Niners.
49ers. Yeah, 49ers.
I think it's going to be closer though.
Yeah, it's gonna be close because Trey Lance is playing, but they just have more talent. 49ers
100%.
too.
Steelers Bengals. I got the Bengals.
Oh yeah, Bengals.
Okay. Hey, we're
Even though I want the
agreeing so
Steelers to
far.
win,
We're agreeing so far. Eagles Lions. I got the Lions pulling off that upset there.
I think the Eagles are gonna win.
Okay. Think it's gonna be close?
I Yeah, I think every NFL game's pretty close. So
Yeah.
I'll say it's close, but
Okay.
the Eagles are just they're sneaky good this year, unfortunately.
They are. They really are. But with the Lions have this momentum rolling right now. You had Hard Knocks, got
Yeah,
Dan Campbell getting you fired up.
yeah,
I don't know. I think it's gonna be close, and I do have the Lions upsetting that one. But yeah, Eagles are much improved. Dolphins Patriots. I'm gonna go Miami in this one. It's in Miami.
yeah. I'm gonna go Miami too. They've won like 4 or 5 straight against them, I think,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and I just
Yep.
don't like the Patriots. Two
I
Alabama
agree.
quarterbacks facing off,
There you
as
go.
they probably did last year too.
That's
Just
true. Good
and will
point
for
though.
many years.
Ravens at the Jets. I think that's the biggest blowout of the week, in my
Ravens, yeah.
opinion.
Joe
Yep.
Flacco's return.
That is true. So I'm not maybe not the biggest blowout. Keep an eye on that. Maybe he wants his
Yeah,
little
Joe Flacco's better than
revenge.
Zach Wilson, so he
He
close.
might want some revenge against the Ravens also. Who knows? Here's a good one for you. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Jaguars at the Commanders. I have the Commanders, but I think it's gonna be close.
Oh, Jaguars.
Going
Trevor's.
Jags.
Oh yeah.
All right on.
I think the Jags defense is gonna be good. The offense is solid. I think they're gonna shock some people.
There you go.
I
All
say
right.
that, and they'll probably Trevor throws 6 interceptions and hit bench and
Yeah.
be a bust.
This next one I was gonna put in my games to watch, but neither are great teams. but there's a storyline going on. Cleveland Browns at the Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield, I think is going to go off. I think the Panthers win that one.
Yeah, and you better throw to DJ Moore, who's on my fantasy team.
There you go. There you
Um,
go.
I think that's actually gonna be a good game. Panthers Browns. Like
Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett's not a bad quarterback at all,
not at all.
and the Browns have Nick Chubb, who's also on my fantasy team. Please give him the ball, and Kareem Hunt and Amari
By the
Cooper,
way, we haven't talked about our fantasy
who's
teams.
also on my fantasy team and on my bench.
The Nick Chubb one was a good pick. That was a good pick. I
Yeah,
remember thinking that.
except ESPN. I wanted to pick him one because I love Nick Chubb, and also I wanted him to be my name of my fantasy team, Robochub
Uh,
Chubb. But
okay, that's good.
yeah,
Your
apparently
your team
that's
name's perfect anyway.
I changed it today.
Oh, did you to Robot? Did you change it to
No,
that?
the ESPN doesn't allow that
Oh,
word. I think you'll like my image and my team name. It is in memory
uh,
of someone special who we did not mean to. We forgot to say on the Did you see it? But the Queen of England died,
for
and
the
so this year I
Queen.
am announcing that I am playing for the Queen.
That's amazing. That's a good photo too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I made
We
it.
actually
I made it myself.
we actually play each other week one.
Yeah, no.
That'll be fun.
The 12th
Neither of us
realm.
have. Yeah. Neither of us have players tonight, do we? I don't.
God, I don't know.
I definitely don't.
All I
And
got, we can talk
you.
some fantasy after that we go through the NFL.
Okay. Yeah, let's finish this up here. Um Colts at the Texans. I got the Colts. That's another big blowout I feel coming.
I could see it being kind of close. I think
Really?
Davis Mills
Okay.
was playing really good last year. Brandon Cooks, also on my fantasy team, is going to play very good. And they have that rookie from Florida, Damian Pierce, who
Yes.
everyone's like, he's the next
He
best
was,
running back ever.
I know we're going to save fantasy to the end here, but he was pretty high on fantasy there.
Yeah, he
Um,
was.
he was up there.
All I
Because I was
say
like,
is I do
who's
not
this?
agree with a lot of their fantasy rankings that ESPN does.
I
I
agree.
follow my heart.
I agree. I agree.
All right, back in NFL
Um,
talk. Getting sidetracked.
Giants at the Titans. I got the Titans. That's another pretty big blowout I feel coming.
Yeah, I'll go Titans as well.
Okay. We've only disagreed on the Jags, I think. Oh, and the Lions Eagles. So we've
Yeah.
disagreed on two. This next one's interesting. Packers Vikings. I got the Vikings in that one. It's in
Hmm.
Minnesota.
It's not prime time, so
Nope.
Kirk will probably play good. I'm gonna go Vikings just because I think it's gonna take some time for. I think the Packers are gonna be really good this year, even though they don't have like Devonta Adams. But I think it's gonna take like a couple weeks to get them going full
I
force.
agree.
Like
I
last year,
agree.
they lost the first game of the season. Everyone's like, Aaron Rodgers is not good, and then he wins MVP.
Exactly. Yep. I mean, in our predictions, I think we gave them a 11-6 or 12-5 season still.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good.
I
This
also
next
think
one's
the Vikings
also
are sneaky good.
they are that offense for sure. That offense
Yes,
is
sneaky good.
ridiculous.
If Dalvin Cook stays honestly, Dalvin Cook doesn't stay healthy. Alexander Madison plays
Yeah,
literally like him.
exactly. Looks like them too.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly,
this
hope
next
Dalvin Cook
one,
kind of gets hurt because I'll be picking up Alexander Madison.
there you go. Um, the Chiefs Cardinals is the next one here. I think that's another pretty good game there. Wow. I'm gonna go. I was torn between this when I was making that decision earlier. I'm gonna roll with it though. Arizona Cardinals win that one. It's in Arizona.
I'm going Chiefs.
Okay.
Kyler Murray.
Pains you to say it.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I have another fantasy football team and I have Kyler Murray as my quarterback because he runs a lot. And my team
Yeah.
name is Cod Bros.
Yeah.
And I have a picture, my team picture is Kyler Murray holding up a cod. He's like has his headset on, he's holding it up. It's really funny.
Uh-huh. I speaking of running quarterbacks, I was really torn between Herbert and Lamar, but I went with Herbert because I think Lamar is going to have a tremendous season. Um, Raiders Chargers, that was one of my games to watch this week. I got the Chargers. It's in LA. I think it's going to be really close though.
I think it's gonna be. I'm going Chargers. I think the Chargers defense is a lot better this year,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm going Chargers. I don't think the Raiders defense they're solid, but they're not going to be able to hold back the Chargers.
Yeah. Along with that, that Cardinals Chiefs game, by the way, I have the Chiefs at 8-9 on the season. Remember that? Remember that
Yeah.
really hot
I
take
thought it
I
was
had?
9-8.
So I had them 8-9.
You had them
I
under
think.
500?
Uh, now that you say that, it sounds kind of crazy. So
I
let me
think they
look
could
here.
easily miss the playoffs. I literally think any team in the AFC West can win the division and also miss the playoffs.
I had them at dang, where is it at? 8-9. I had them under 500.
Wow.
That's bold, but I'm rolling with it. So yeah, my point is though, they gotta lose some games that are pretty close like that. So we got Sunday night football, Buccaneers Cowboys.
Let's go.
We had a diehard Cowboys fan that is in our chat all the time.
Really? Are you talking
And
about me?
TikTok. No, not you. His name's Brendan, and he's a diehard Cowboys fan. So we
Whenever
were
he's on
talking.
there, I'm gonna try to get on the live
I
and
know.
just
Yeah.
Brendan, I
He
love you.
Buccaneers Cowboys, man. I don't know, bro.
Cowboys. I have reasons. Tampa Bay's offensive line is injured and Tom Brady can't move.
Yeah.
Our offensive line's injured, but Dak can move.
Yeah.
Advantage Cowboys.
I'll go with the
We
Cowboys
don't
this
have
week.
Michael Gallup. That's also disadvantage. And the Buccaneers defense is really good. That's
I'll go
also a
with your
disadvantage.
I'll go with your Cowboys this week. I'll roll with that.
Do I really have faith that we'll win? No, but I'm
Okay.
picking us.
All right. And then let's finish it off, man. Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson's return to Seattle.
Yeah, blowout.
All right, man. I'm gonna go with it just for this week. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm gonna keep it going. Seahawks win this week. But yeah, it could be an absolute blowout.
I don't know.
Um,
Geno Smith, beast.
let's talk a little fantasy here though. Before we finish up this episode. Um, so yeah, that was the one big thing that I was kind of deciding, and we don't just have to talk about our teams, but fantasy in general. Um, the whole my decision between Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert. Did you see my camera change?
Yeah,
What the heck was that?
I made this my screen bigger. I expanded my screen.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know what that had to do with your camera, but
I just zoomed out of nowhere. But no, I was trying to decide between Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson. That was like a tough decision for me. I went with Herbert, like literally 3 seconds left on the clock. But I don't know.
so my what I've noticed in fantasy football, and a lot of people notice or do, unless it's like a league with like a ton of people, but our league's 10,
Yeah.
is that the majority of quarterbacks usually get the same amount of points every single week. Like you can get a decent quarterback and they're gonna get solid points, but there's certain running backs and wide receivers who get good points, and there's just like a bigger drop off.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wait till later rounds to draft a quarterback. Like I got Russell Wilson, who like he'll be solid for me.
For
And
sure.
I did not draft a backup because I'll pick someone up and just roll with them.
Yeah. I don't think I picked one either. Um, but obviously I picked Jonathan Taylor first. I like my Aaron Jones pickup. I think he's going to
Mm.
put up a lot of numbers over there, fantasy wise.
You drafted
I
Jameis Winston. I knew you
that I
draft. I knew you drafted back. Let me look. You probably
that's
drafted
it.
backup. Did you draft a backup kicker?
No, no. Again, it's my first time doing fantasy, so I was fantasy football, I should say. I have a couple like guys that
At
could have
least you
put.
didn't choose like Josh Allen first overall.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that actually did that, like friends of mine that are in leagues. But Michael Thomas is a big risk guy for me. I took that big risk on that, and George Kittle's health also. One guy that kind of slipped, I thought, in our league, Rashad Penny. For the Seahawks, if he's healthy, man, he's never healthy, but if he's healthy, he puts up big numbers. Um, but Julio Jones later at like my second to last pick, I took a flyer on Julio and Marvin Jones for the Jaguars. But yeah, fantasy football, man. I've never done it. I'm excited for it. If you look actually at our there's a final standings predictor. I didn't know that was a
Oh
thing.
yeah, it. last year I was in a league and the predictor it had me like finishing like eighth and I won the league. Like everyone who's in the last, we literally when it finished like top four.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're last right there. I'm
Yeah.
third, and who's the first place? That's Mr. Howard. It's my old PE teacher. He knows a lot of football. He's a big Cowboys. He's a big Packers guy. So
Jalen Hurts,
uh
Javonte Williams, Josh Jacobs, Jamar Chase, Debo, Kyle Pitts, Mike Evans.
that's
Why does
his
he have
that
two quarterbacks on the bench?
did he get three quarterbacks?
Yeah, that's a little suspect.
His name is pretty dope though. Dylan him softly.
All I
AJ
gotta
Dillon
say is for the Queen.
for the Queen. There you go.
No, so my team
Um
is I got Russell Wilson. He'll give me like 18 points a game.
uh-huh.
Derrick Henry, if he stays healthy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nick Chubb, who I've had in years before, he's just solid. CeeDee Lamb, who hopefully will have a breakout this year. 1,000 yards last year was solid. DJ Moore, who I was when I made that pick, I was between him or someone else, and I couldn't remember who else I was thinking of picking. But I was like, screw it. With Baker there, he had 1,000 yards last year with Sam Darnold and PJ Walker and Cam Newton. So
Yeah.
Baker's obviously an upgrade.
Yeah.
Um, Tight end I picked kind of late. Pat Freiermuth, he was good as a rookie. Like tight ends are just kind of like, eh.
Yep.
And I got Brandon Cooks, who I think is going to be sneaky good because I think him and Davis Mills have a good connection, and I can't name another wide receiver on the
Exactly. He's
Texans.
getting a lot of targets, that's for sure.
um, I also got Indianapolis defense with like my second to last pick, which was nice.
That's very solid.
And then I always like having good options on the bench, like guys who like if someone plays bad, I can always put him in. Like so, I have Amari Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
always usually solid.
You got
Um,
D Hop, didn't you?
oh yes, that was
Yeah.
that was my best pick of the draft, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I got Miles Sanders from Philadelphia, who's their starting running back, so he could be good.
Mm-hmm.
I took a flyer on Drake London because at USC he got like 4 games where he caught like 15 catches.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he can stay healthy and catch some passes, PPR receptions count as points.
Yeah. There you go.
um, and I took DeAndre Hopkins because he's out for the first 6 weeks, but that means I'll get him for the last 10. And we
Hey,
kind of a nice lineup with
I got a
DeAndre Hopkins in
comparison
there.
for that. I got a comparison for that. I drafted Jacob DeGrom before the season started. Didn't
Hmm.
obviously play the whole year. Came in and he is like obviously going nuts right now, and it has paid off. So that D Hop pick might pay
Yeah, I
off for you.
drafted Fernando Tatis. That did not go well for me.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Have
Oh
I checked my
gosh.
fantasy baseball team like last month? No.
We're in the semifinals now.
Am I in it?
Wrapping it up. You are no, I think you just like I think you were fifth or sixth. Not top four.
And
But
then I also picked
yeah.
up Kenneth Walker Jr. for the Seahawks, rookie out of Michigan State. So when Rashard Penny gets hurt this first game, Kenneth Walker will be the leading back.
There you go.
And then I took a flyer on Marcus Valdez Scantling because fast.
Yeah.
I will probably drop him when I have to pick up someone else because I watched that waiver wire like a hawk. Um,
Okay.
and then I picked up Irv Smith, tight end. He was like one of my last picks. He's been hurt for like every year, but
Yeah.
everyone says he's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
he's not good, go have fun on be a free agent. I
He's got
don't
he's that
care. I do not
he's
care.
that freak athlete like Evan Ingram is. Evan Ingram's a Jaguar now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So I thought.
Go Jags.
But
Duval.
yeah, baseball, college football, NFL. I've said it a lot of times on our live recently.
Tennis. Oh,
Hey man, I'm leaving this right now to go watch the last two of the women's semifinals. Man, I am all in. It's so much fun, bro. Just
AJ. Bills, Rams, or women's semifinal
hey,
tennis.
I got two TVs on here, so
Oh,
I'm
look,
gonna
there's
have
your tattoo. I haven't seen your
yeah,
tattoo yet.
yeah, there it is.
Nice.
But I got two TVs, so I'm rolling with them both.
Which one's on the
But
main
yeah,
screen?
probably the semifinal. Probably the
All
semifinal.
right, in
My
that
favorite,
case,
my favorite women's tennis player is still in it. So, but no, great time to be a sports fan. Obviously, October we got playoff baseball, hockey's gonna be back, basketball will be back. I know we're a big basketball
college
podcast.
basketball.
There you go, there you go. And then I got, of course, Nathan Walker. Everybody is coming back to St. Louis on a flight right now, actually. So be on the lookout for that. That should be in the hopefully the next few days.
Yeah.
And should be back or should be out next week. Besides that, I like this format we have going on. We're gonna every week, I guess, just do our college football, NFL,
Football,
talk about it,
baseball,
and predict. It's
a
fun.
lot of good
So
stuff. Albert, Wayno, Yachty playing good. The Cardinals playing good.
it's a fun time.
College football that you just walk outside, you get that nice feeling, coldness, which I will not get because it
Mhm.
just stays
Yeah,
blistering hot down here, which I
yeah.
don't like. Um, the smell of I don't know, like when you're at a game, you just smell the grills.
I know what
You're
you mean.
holding a cold can in your hand of filled with alcohol.
I know what you mean, though. There's something about that fall air. It's a freshness to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Mm.
But on that note,
You
we will
feel it
see
in
you
your lungs.
guys.
Sorry. Just
We will see you guys Monday for episode 48. Be on the lookout for a new intro video as well. I'm working, that's in the works. But everybody have a great weekend. Watch some football. We'll see you next time.
see you guys.